Hey everybody, we're back with another episode of How to Play Minetest. In this episode, we're gonna give you another Hogwarts update here, and also work on some things. Grab a couple of those. That was a really high jump for a sheep. What else we got here? Sticks are good. Planks are always good. Pickaxe is good. More planks are good. And we got lots of cobblestone, so let's grab a bunch of that. And maybe some coal, in case we need some torches. Okay, that should keep us well supplied for now, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, we had a couple pretty good build sessions with me and my sons. So we're going to show you what we've gotten done so far. Sheep. We got started on the Quidditch pitch here a little bit more. We may work on this today and just finish out rounding, laying the first block all the way around so that it looks all nice and happy. We got a pretty good start on Gryffindor Tower and this rampart right here. We found out the Charms classroom is too tall, so we got to chop it down a little bit. More sheep. Give me your wool. Thank you. Alright, we'll head in the front door here and show you some of the stuff we've been working on. We still haven't quite finished the entry hall here, but it is close. It is very close. If we hop into here, we started... If it'll let me fly here. There we go. We started hollowing out the Great Hall down to the correct level, which is kind of an important deal. So, we've got that done. We've also started building the actual wall of the Great Hall, which is also important. Once we get this enclosed, I think we just need to mine out this corner, and then we are enclosed. We can work anywhere inside the castle at that point to be safe. We can work through the night the whole bit, not have to worry about anybody coming in. This is the Charms corridor here, which, like I said, we're chopping down because it's just a little bit too tall. If you want to look down into the Great Hall from the Charms corridor, that's what it looks like. Or the entry hall, not the Great Hall. What am I saying? Alright, head over this way along the rampart here to Gryffindor Tower. This is one of those inconsistencies that I'm going to have to go back and read the book, because the map we're going off of says that Gryffindor Tower is just attached by a rampart, where in the book it's off the main staircase practically, or in the movies it's off the main staircase. And in my mind that means this should actually be a wing extending out this way, because the portrait of the fat lady wouldn't be outside. That just doesn't make any sense at all. So, I'm guessing we'll be redoing this, possibly going straight off the Charms corridor to line up with the tower here, which means all this work over here was for naught. But, that happens. Anyway, here's what Gryffindor Tower is looking like. This will be the level of the common room, and then from here you'll have towers that go up further into dormitories. So that'll be cool. It's already getting dark. Not fair. Alright. Heading back in here. Actually, here, let's go into fly mode, and we will finish shaping the top of the... Oops. Sorry, using a different mouse than I normally do, so it's kind of throwing me off here. There we go. Go ahead and get the Charms corridor chopped down to the proper height here. That'll be one less thing we have to worry about. And then we're hoping to either move from our workshop into the Slytherin common room or the Gryffindor common room. We're not sure which one we want to do quite yet. Slytherin's a lot closer we just have to add the dormitories, and they're ready to go. So we may go ahead and do the Slytherin common room for now, and then move into Gryffindor once we are ready for that. Because everybody wants to be in Gryffindor, you know the drill, the rigmarole. So, head back over this way. We could probably go ahead and get the wall for the Great Hall in here. Again, we're going to come back later and chop windows in once we get things decorated. At first, we're just going to get the basic shapes in everywhere, and then we'll come back and decorate it and make it all pretty. Whoops, apparently I am too close to that block. Alright, and this is our prescribed height for the Great Hall, so most things are going to be this height or lower, with the exception of the towers. The towers are going to be... Did we not finish this? Oh boy. Alright, we might have to do a little bit of mining here first. Da-da-da. This is our correct height. This is our correct height. So that's how tall the Great Hall is supposed to be, which is phantasmic. We're excited about that. That's where we want the wall. So let's get all this chopped out here, which means right here is where we want everything chopped down to. And of course, I run out my pick right in the middle of everything. It's okay, we will make a bunch of them. So that we can just keep going here for a minute. Alright. Because once we get this line traced, then I can just turn my sons loose inside here, and they can just mine everything out clean. Once they're really good once you establish a boundary of mining within that boundary. So that'll be a good thing for them to work on. So we'll get that chopped in here real quick and build the wall so they don't accidentally think they can go out any further than that. Whoa, turn fast, move off. That was awful. So we're going to chop this side and that side. And we just finished this one, and that one's done. So all this in here has got to go. So that'll be a lot of mining. Alright, let's go ahead and turn. Oops. Free move was still enabled. No wonder I was zipping around everywhere. Alright. And again, we're just going to secure the castle at this point so that we can work wherever we want to at night and not have to worry about bad guys sneaking in on us. Which means we gotta throw some doors on a couple spots as well, so we'll do that here in a minute. Alright, does that look good? Cool. So this is all enclosed. We need to trim this back a ways here. Remember, the magic number is 2. Unless you are a sheep standing on top of another sheep, you cannot get over a size 2 wall. Okay, trim all this back. And just to be safe, we'll trim that back as well. Okay. So that looks like that should be secure now. That's at least 2 deep the whole way down. And I don't think they can jump. Like, even if they were to come off this top piece, I think they fall straight down. I don't think they have any drift to them. But just to be sure, let's go ahead and all this is going to be leveled later as well, because we've got to get the rest of the castle in here. So this big old hill right here is going to have to get chopped down, because we've got to get the rest of the castle in here. So really, let's get fast move back on here. So instead of curving, that's going to go straight, zoop, out to there. And honestly, there's probably going to be classrooms off to one side, so maybe we won't lose this. Maybe we'll leave that for the level of the classrooms. That would actually work. So classrooms on this side, hallway out to there. That'll work. And then the tower's going to go way up that way, which will be great. Let's see. We're going to have some funny roof joins here in a little bit as well. Oh, we need to put some doors on here. Ooh, that was getting me a little bit seasick there. All right. Okay, 1, 2. We don't need that much on here. Oh, look at that. Perfect stack. Look at me go. And I always forget which door you're supposed to put up first. Looks like this needs reworked as well. Hold on. Well, if I were a door and I were built properly... Whoops. I'm just thinking out loud here that I would probably want to look something like that. And again, okay, so you do the left door first. Then you do the right door. There we go. That's what I was talking about. So you come out and you run smack into this thing, which again, we're going to go straight out that way, and we'll keep that level up for classrooms. Which means we need a lower level as well, if I think about it. Yeah, it's a really awkward join there. I think that's going to make a lot more sense to just keep this corridor going straight to Gryffindor Tower there. I'm not sure how that matches up in the books, though. Because it seems like when Harry runs out of the room where the Mirror of Erised is, he ends up in the Charms Corridor, which is miles away from wherever the library is. So that may or may not be correct. We'll see. We'll read. We'll find out. It'll be great. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else we could work on real quick here? It's a pretty good start. Yeah, it'll be great once we get all that chopped out. Get our tables in there and everything. I don't want this to be too terribly long, so let's go finish the episode here in the usual way, staring at a bed, because that's what we do. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that you will share with your friends. Leave your comments, anything you would like to see me do or work on, any inaccuracies in Hogwarts that you reading fans can point out would be great, because it's been a while since I've read the book, so I need to go back and read them again. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We will catch you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, go build something.